boys and girls? Happy Wednesday, September 16th. Let me toggle back out of here. I'm going to go back into reading class. We're going to go to week of 9/14, 9/18. Click down. We're going to click on Wednesday the 16th. So today's warm-up, you should have already completed it, is asking why would people organize a manhunt to catch an assassin? Think back or go back to yesterday's lesson and our anchor video where we learned about the assassination, or we were introduced about the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. And they formed a manhunt to try to catch John Wilkes Booth. But why would people do that? Tell me your thoughts. Oops, go back to Wednesday. Let's take a look at our mini lesson, shall we? Remember, yours is going to be right here. It's going to say My Document. As always, you are finding this video on the second slide of our day. Today's goal. Today we are going to think deeply about the powerful concept of conflict. We'll also build a content area vocabulary to help us understand text in this workshop. So let's take a look at here. It says in each circle, write a word or phrase that you associate with conflict. Prepare to discuss why you chose those words. Now, I'm not going to discuss to give you the words, but we will pause and I'll give you a second to think about some words that you think of with conflict. Okay, a conflict is a serious disagreement or argument. Or it could be something like that you clash with something. So, serious disagreement, argument. So when I think of a conflict, I often think of the word disagreement. Oh, I don't like that that's like that. Let me fix that. Okay. So, all right, I often think of the word conflict, and I think of when I was younger and maybe me and my sister, we would have lots of disagreements. In fact, even though we are older, we still do. Okay, so disagreement would be one word that I think of with conflict. They gave us one, struggle. Definitely a struggle. When I think of a conflict, sometimes an internal conflict. Maybe you're struggling with something inside of yourself. Maybe your friend wants you to lie, or you know a secret that you shouldn't know. Okay, so struggle. Some other words that we might associate with this could be war. And when I think of war, I think of the word battle. And when I think of the word battle, I think of the word fight. Okay, so these are all the types of words that you might associate with the word conflict. Okay, it could be something just as much as a disagreement that could cause conflict. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one word in here for you guys as an example. And I'm going to put the word battle. So I already gave you disagreement. Oh, I don't want that. And now I'm giving you the word battle. So what I would like you to do is I said some words. You can go back and pause and add them into your PowerPoint as I said them. So pause here, rewind a little bit, get some of those synonyms that I added for our concept map. Okay, so when I'm thinking about the word conflict, the word battle comes to mind. Okay, I connected the idea of conflict with the word disagreement because oftentimes disagreements lead to a conflict. Okay. I connected the idea of war with the word conflict. Okay. So you have all these different words that are associated with conflict. Let's take a look here. We're going to review our vocabulary that we looked at yesterday. So an assassin is someone who murders a well-known person. And our example would be that the assassin killed the president. When I think of the word avenge, I think of the Avengers, and they like to get back at people that have, offended you, that did bad, the bad guys, right? They like to get back at the bad guys. So to avenge is to hurt or get back at someone because they have hurt or offended you. Our example is the boxer plans to avenge his loss by winning his next match. So he's going to get back at the person. Our next two words that we're going to take a look at today: surrender. Surrender is to stop a conflict because you have been defeated. So it's giving up. Our example is the captain ordered the army to surrender. The next vocabulary word we're going to take a look at is tyrant. And in our anchor video that we watched yesterday, John Wilkes Booth called Abraham Lincoln a tyrant. A tyrant is a ruler who uses power in a cruel and unfair way. So the example is the tyrant does not care about ruling fairly. We're going to do two more words today. Defensive. Used to protect someone or harm or something from harm. So I might make a defensive move by stopping another team from scoring. Think about football. We have the offensive line and then the defensive line. The defense or defensive line tries to get the other team to not make a point. Our last word for today is slavery. That is a system that forced African Americans to work for an owner and be treated as property. People who were forced into slavery had to do work, and they did not get paid. All right, for our next activity in our mini lesson, we're going to put these into use, okay? So let's take a look at these. First, I would like for you to insert a shape, and you're going to insert, let's just do a little circle. So I want you to go through assassin. You're going to write this word, okay? 1, you don't know the word. 2, you heard or seen the word. 3, you think you know. 4, you know and use it, okay? Then you're just going to put a little circle over top of it. And that's fine if it looks like that. Okay? So an assassin is someone who murders a well-known person. And you can go back here to find that. So the assassin killed the president. Give you guys a second to put that in, or you can hit pause. All right, next one, avenge. Again, you're going to go up here to insert, shape, circle, and you're going 1, don't know the word. 2, you've seen or heard it. 3, you think you know. 4, you know and use it. When they're giving us the meaning, it says to hurt or get back at someone because they have offended you. And we know that the boxer plans to avenge his loss by, that's right, winning his next round. Okay, so you're just going to go through that. Defensive, okay? Do you not know it, seen or heard it, think you know it, and use it? And you're going to give it a rating. And again, just go back in the PowerPoint. So, where's defensive? Okay, it's used to protect someone or something from harm. So, used to protect someone or something from harm. How might you make a defensive move? It might be in sports. It might be from at the doctor's. One year, my children were getting their flu shot. And my one daughter jumped in front of my other daughter defensively because she didn't want her to get a shot. So how are you making a defensive move? Next, we have slavery, the system that forced Africans to work. Okay? People who were forced into slavery had to do hard work without pay. Write the word surrender. So to stop fighting or a conflict because you have been defeated. Right, the captain ordered the other side to surrender, the opposing people. And then tyrant is a ruler who uses power in a cruel way. So the tyrant does not care about how he treats others. So if you need to pause and rewind to get these answers in your PowerPoint, in your assignment for today, please do so. Now we'll move on. Okay, so Lincoln was murdered by, we're going to use these words to complete the sentences. So if you need to go back up to see the words, please do so. So Lincoln was murdered by an. One cause of the Civil War was some Union soldiers wanted to blank the death of Lincoln. So remember, John Wilkes Booth wanted to avenge. Strong athletes can make what type of moves? If one side gives up fighting, some individuals consider Lincoln to be an unfair. Remember, John Wilkes Booth called him a tyrant. So get your answers into the PowerPoint. Make sure you're clicking in the boxes. Make sure you rate your vocabulary words. And then you're going to hit submit on your mini lesson. But be sure to go back into Wednesday and complete your independent work for today. So there's a video explaining. And you will be using Wednesday in your weekly independent response log. So you are going to Wednesday for today's log. Be sure to watch the video for what you're supposed to be doing today. If you have any questions or concerns, please come see me at support sessions or send me a Schoology message. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.